And we're live! Greetings, everyone! My name is Sai, and welcome back to the Plunderer Bookclub! I am joined once again by my esteemed co-commentator, Mr. Isaiah Christo. Isaiah, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I love that my title gets fancier and fancier with every stream. It feels. I remember when it was just my friend Isaiah Christo, and now it's esteemed host and co-commentator. Like, wow,
You're leveling up in the podcasting world.
All I have to do is the more I hate Plunderer, the more respect I get from you.
Probably, honestly, yeah. Oh, it's good to be back with only one chapter this time, unfortunately, because Fallen Angels is the worst, and they've got nothing else to do. Everyone's trapped inside because of coronavirus right now, and somehow they still find a way to not translate Plunderer.
I mean, if I was trapped inside and couldn't work or support myself, I probably wouldn't want to spend my free time on this shit either. Let's cut him some slack.
I mean, fair, but still, right? Like, yeah. It just sucks because, like, this chapter is... there's some funny stuff to talk about, but, like, next chapter is the really big shit. And I've been really looking forward. Hilarious. Yeah, I've been looking forward to them, like, a lot. And like it's been like a month since the previous Boob Club, because we've just been like delaying the live stream, hoping that like maybe they'll release it this week, and they have yet to do so. So unfortunately, we just have the one chapter this time, but it's okay because we have a shit ton of filler at the front of the show. It's going to be incredibly top heavy.
Yes, it will. But thankfully, I actually do think we have some more interesting and funny shit to talk about than usual, rather than just like stalling.
Yeah.
Some of these I've been wanting to talk about for like almost since the start of the Boob Club. I just couldn't find a way to make them interesting. Right. But now, with further insight as the anime has progressed, I have ways to talk about them, and I'm very, very excited.
Well, do tell. I'm pretty sure we're done with the amount of filler at the front of the show. So I think we can just jump right into it if you're ready.
We could, yes. I do have these topics in a specific order, though, because I think it'll be the best for us. So first, I wanted you to take it away with our little Dr. Stone discussion that we had the other day.
Oh, that, yeah. Okay, so it was amusing to me because... several times in episodes of the Boob Club, I have been frustrated with Minazuki's insistence that, like, the world is fucked. There's nothing, absolutely nothing at all we can do to grow food. Food is a huge, huge problem in Plunderer world, which made some sense in the past when, like, nuclear war had ravaged the land and, you know, there were billions of people on the earth. But now that there's, like, 10,000 people and the 100 kids in the abyss and nobody else... the manga's continued insistence that food is a huge problem baffles me quite a bit. And several times over the course of the Boob Club, I'd gotten, the manga's been like, oh man, but like, there's no way to grow food. And I'm like, why don't you just grow corn? Like, just set up like a single corn farm and just all the problems disappear. I don't know why the fuck this is an issue still. Especially when we have like magic powers and 300 years of bullshit scientific advancement, and like how Alcea is like a paradise, which is the perfect place to grow food, and yet they just don't. They have to steal from the abyss, to steal like whatever weeds they are able to grow in the abyss, and like the tiny little like potatoes we saw in the 40s or whatever the fuck. So just. The whole situation is so incredibly stupid, and I've made fun of it frequently. And just recently, in Dr. Stone chapters, Senku and co. have set sail for America. Spoilers, I guess, by the way. They set sail for America because their plan is they're going to turn the entire continent of America into a gigantic corn production farm to fuel all their other goals that are taking place around. Basically, Dr. Stone's becoming Factorio, and I'm very excited about that. Because that's like, I mean, we talked previously when you exposed yourself as the world's biggest Dr. Stone fan.
Yes.
About how like my reasons for saying I didn't like Dr. Stone were sort of like ambivalent towards it at that point, because I thought the manga was leaning way too heavily into like the shonen battle scene stuff. Just like every character has superpowers, you know, Tsukasa's got super strength and fucking Tajiri, whatever the fuck, is like super endurance. Every character is some incredible, larger than life superpower, basically. It became My Hero Academia at one point, and just like fights constantly. There was the war arc, and then just the shit with Ibarra on the island was just very little science stuff. It's fine, but like there's like my favorite bits of fucking Dr. Stone were the beginning bits where it's like Senku's got to survive in this world and fucking, you know, like science is way out of shit, and battles I can get probably better in like any other shonen manga. So that just wasn't like focusing on it wasn't focusing on the strengths of the show for me. Anyways, so I'm very excited that this new arc is basically becoming Factorio. And it was very amusing to me that Senku, like, we're going to America, and we're going to turn it into the corn fucking continent. And it was just very amusing to me that, like, Senku was able to outsmart 300 years of Ulcian advances in technology and do the simple, stupid thing that I suggested, like, you know, like months before that chapter came out, literally right down to the exact crop. Like, I yelled about growing corn, and now Senku's off on a quest to grow corn. And it was so perfect, I wanted to mention it.
Yeah, that's specifically what I named the topic in the Google Doc. It was just like, how Senku outsmarted 300 years of scientific advancements in Plunderer.
Yes.
So, like they specifically have that scene in like chapter 46 or 47 where they have like the Secret Service people like we're coming up with like alternative ways to grow food.
Yeah, they show like a flower in like a cloning tube with like bubbles and sciencey shit. Yeah, exactly, because that's how fucking science works. And just so just the idea that like we've got future technology and we're living in a paradise, but we just can't grow corn at all, no matter what we do. It's just so stupid to me. Oh, and magic powers. Can't forget that we have magic powers.
Oh, of course, yeah. So, speaking of shitting on Plunderer, I thought this would be the reason why I have this whole thing in a specific order, so it all flows really smart, because I've had nothing better to do in quarantine.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, speaking of shitting on Plunderer, I thought this would be the perfect place to bring up r/the Abyss.
Oh, yes! Okay. So, I have no idea how this is going to work out, but did I mention this on the live stream, or was this like something I just posted on Twitter at one point? Do you remember?
You mentioned wanting to get the like domain, but you never like actually had it until now. You just tweeted about it, and that was it.
Right. So, okay. So yeah. Recap is that like previously, I was on a quest, a campaign, a crusade, if you will, to turn the Plunderer subreddit into a hate subreddit, because the manga is so incredibly shit. And the mods weren't stopping me. And so I was like, fuck it. Like, let's just post endless memes about how bad the manga is. But then I got bored of that in like a week and stopped. And so my epic crusade failed mightily. And now the Plunderer subreddit is just full of people like, hey, isn't this such a cool manga? Or, hey, do you think Jail's the real main character? Or, man, isn't just like the twists and turns the best? It's amusing going on r/Plunderer and just like thinking about like, oh, Isaiah, these are your people. These are the other guys who like the manga.
Yeah, when I saw those posts, I had a vivid flashback to myself like a year before, and I felt such disgust.
Anyways, so I tried briefly to turn the subreddit into a hate subreddit, and that went and so I thought it would be fun to create because there are a bunch of like devoted hate subreddits. Like my favorite is r/saltier than crate, which is a Star Wars hate subreddit, or specifically a new Disney Star Wars hate subreddit. Just shitting on Disney Star Wars all the fucking time. Are you familiar with Saltier Than Crate?
No, but I find the name very amusing.
Right? Yeah, because Crate's the salt planet. Inside they're just saltier. It's great. Salt. I love it. Yes. Fuck yeah. And there's also what's the Game of Thrones one?
I don't know. I never got into Game of Thrones.
I never did either, which is why I can't recall the name. Oh, I think it's like r/Free Folk is the Game of Thrones hate subreddit. And so I, of course, wanted to make a hate subreddit for Plunderer, and I wanted to have r/The Abyss. And unfortunately, it was taken by some guy who got it like 8 years ago and then did nothing with it. And so like 3 months ago, I posted in the subreddit you post in to try and get old dead subreddits transferred to someone new who'll do shit with it. And they took forever, but like 3 months later, I am now the moderator of r/The Abyss. So I'm just gonna throw a link in chat really quick. Everyone, please go ahead and go over there and check it out. It's very, very amusing. Best bit is just the banner, which is "It's cold," which makes me laugh every single fucking time.
That is quite good, but I believe my favorite thing is that everyone that follows it is a child.
Yes,
and so 6 alive.
So the total subscribers are named children, and the amount currently on Reddit are alive. So I believe we're at like what 75 children have died, I guess technically.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, so the entire subreddit is just very fun. And if you guys have any like memes or things to post about or things involving Plunderer, feel free to. I have no idea if this will be at all popular, or it might die after this live stream when I stop caring and everyone else stops caring too. But for now, this is a fun place to be. Or this is like a fun idea, I think, and I want to see if I can make anything happen with it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, what would be amazing is if I could get more subscribers than the actual Plunderer subreddit. That would make my fucking year.
Oh, fondly.
I also really like this stupid, like, about the community thing that I wrote, which was, Plunderer is bad and stupid. We hold these truths to be self-evident, but not all are wise. Our posts downvoted. We were sent to the abyss. I quite like that. Because the idea is like you got downvoted out of like the normal Plunderer subreddit, and your fucking Reddit karma reached 0, and you were sent here. Like, I think that's just a great idea. Like,
yes, you're very good at being pretentious. We all know this by now.
Yes, thank you very much.
That's great, though. I do love that a lot.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can do anything with that. I think it's a fun idea.
Yeah, definitely repost some of your old stuff from r/Plunderer in there, because those were gems.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyhow, so on to the next topic. A few of these, and thank you to those who tagged me on this in Twitter, by the way. I had already seen it because I get notifications from the Plunderer Twitter account, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
And you endlessly like Plunderer like fan art that pops up in my timeline, which sucks.
Oh, of course. Half of it nowadays is just so that because I know you'll see it, which is hilarious to me.
I'm trying to like turn off your retweets.
Fuck off. You get some good stuff from me that you share anyway.
Occasionally, yes.
Whatever.
Far more often than not, fucking Monado Chan's tits from Xenoblade 2 pop up.
Her name's Pyra. Show some respect to my waifu.
Nope,
also,
sorry.
It's a little embarrassing knowing that I forget that people can see those too.
Yeah. Well, I'm like hyper conscious of shit, like of like that, because like I follow a bunch of like lowly like hentai like artists or whatever. So like there's so many lowly hentai things I want to like that, but I know it'll pop up even if I just like it. It'll pop up in someone's timeline. And fucking a screenshot of like Sai liked this, just fucking like a naked, loli or whatever the fuck, and that'll make the rounds on the internet. So I'm hyper conscious of it, but
that's why I'm never ever gonna try and get into politics or anything, because the second someone Googles me, oh shit, look at all this anime porn he likes. I'm sorry, Ivan, that I doubled your Twitter feed. I know I retweet a lot, and then I never do that. But anyway, getting back on topic.
The topic of pirate tits.
Yes, exactly. So we have an interview with some of the directors of the anime, and it has some interesting little tidbits in here that I wanted to talk about. So I linked it to you on Discord. I don't know if you want to put it on the stream.
Sure.
Just so we're not staring at Jail's weird hand forever.
I'm glad I pointed that out to you last live stream.
I can't unsee it, and it pisses me off.
Haunt your nightmares. Here we go. It's on screen.
All right. Yes.
Okay. Plunderer anime directors talk favorite characters, storyboarding, and more. There are characters in Plunderer? What?
Yeah, I know. It surprised me too.
Mm.
Yes. I don't know if you want to go through the full thing, or if you just want me to look at some of the highlights that I'd found.
Let's go highlights, because I don't want to know about every Tom, Dick, and thing fucking the director of the shitty anime thinks.
Okay, God, I wish we did this a little sooner. I should have took a bit more notes about this.
You've had like a month.
Yeah, well, I thought like I took some more detailed notes on some of the other links that I have, because like the rest aren't in English, so I was like, okay, well, I need to like know what this says, but with this I can just like read it and I'll remember in a second, and now I'm here and I don't.
Nice.
Well,
I guess we can just read the whole thing if I say it has no preparation at all.
No. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's lots of fun shit to talk about. Like, the first sentence is, the Plunderer anime is often running on Funimation, and the fan reception's been amazing.
They said the fan reception, as in the few fans that it has, not us.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, no. If you specify the fan reception, like the 3 people who like the show, then I guess it has been amazing.
Not general reception, not critical reception.
If you narrow down the search terms to that very, very, very specific margin of people, then I guess the show is really good. Like it reminds me of the demo quote, like, just, if you ignore all the problems, every anime ever is a 10 out of 10. We did it.
You can skip the first couple of paragraphs because there's not that. That's basically just them talking about like what they thought of Plunderer as it's coming out. Skip down to Nishikata saying Minazuki Sensei's other works.
Where's that at? Should I just like Control F Minazuki's other works?
It's not that far down. It's right after the pic of Licht holding his sword.
Okay, so I first heard about this anime project just as the production was about to start.
Lower than that, like one lower than that.
Minazuki Sensei's other works. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, so you want me to read it?
You can also read the if you want to. I can read it if you prefer.
I don't care. So Nishitaka, who's Nishitaka? Is he the director or is he the interviewer?
Kanbei is the director.
Okay, so Nishitaka is just the interviewer guy again. Then
no. He's someone else that's involved in the show. I'm trying to remember exactly who. But Kanbei is the director. Nishitaka might be another director or a storyboarder or something, but whatever.
Okay, whatever. He's vaguely involved somehow. He's one of the many people ruining art. Got it. Minazuki Sensei's other works often feature girls getting put into harsh situations, but I think this one takes that a step further, especially when compared to the previous project, Heaven's Lost Property. I think that's literally impossible. Like, Plunderer's like fan service is so milquetoast in comparison to SNO. Like I mean,
I don't think they mean fan service here. I think they literally mean like
or just like brutal situations.
Yeah, because the comment before this,
all the characters in SNO die though. Like,
Yeah, I know. That's why I thought this was quite funny because they're like, "Whoa, this is way more ballsy than Sorno and Tashimono, don't you think?"
Right, yeah,
It's
no,
like, well,
Hina got stabbed in the gut once, and that's way better than Nymph exploding. Or
I
fucking...
mean, they take it a step further because in this one, the girls get raped instead of just having the girls squeezed, their sleeves
Yes,
squeezed
that's
together.
true.
So yes, they do take it a step further. Brave,
Yeah.
stunning, and brave, Minazuki.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So continue that, or is there something else?
Just you can skip.
Yeah,
I
you
do
just
find it
fucking read
interesting.
it. Like, I don't know why I'm
Yeah,
bothering. Or why we're
yeah,
trying to play
whatever.
like hot and cold with the fucking sentences.
Whatever. Yeah. So a little lower. Like they say like, oh yes, no, I remember a good bit here. Okay, yes. So I'll just read the next little section. So they're asked, given this story, what direction were you taking with the anime, and what types of highlights were you planning to develop? Nishitaka said, I got the impression director Kanbei wanted to take this more of a serious direction and not lean so heavily on the comedy. Kanbei replies, we're not going all in on the comedy side, more serious atmosphere and sincere. Which I
And
find
they put a
funny
fucking image of like Chibi licked with his sword right beneath it.
Yeah, the horrible. God, look at his like square elbows. He looks like fucking shit.
Oh god, you're right. Yeah. Oh god, it's terrible. I hate it.
For example, in the manga, sometimes the characters go into chibi mode during combat. That's actually hard to pull off well in an anime, which I think having the picture above is hilarious.
Yeah, that isn't there. Like, isn't that just directly like, contradicting what he's saying?
It's hard to pull off for you, maybe.
I don't know. Was there an example of like an SNL character going into chibi mode during a fight, or like what's an example of a character going into chibi in a Plunderer fight?
Mostly just licked, like when he like in that fight with Jail.
I guess,
but times.
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Mostly just to respond. I'm trying to think if there are any other, or like after Licht kills all those dudes in the end of the time travel arc, how he goes like chibi when he's trying to like pretend he's not upset.
I guess, yeah.
Or like how he goes chibi to try and like cheer the kid up when he has a gun pointed at his head. Point is, they're examples, but they're not something that sticks in your head.
Right. Yeah.
However, I do find this next sentence hilarious because it almost sounds like he's insulting Plunderer. Right. Suddenly jamming the gag into the flow just isn't funny.
Yeah, that like, might just apply to the show that you've already made, though. Like,
exactly, yeah.
You know, I mean, the first step to fixing a problem is realizing you have one, but like, I don't know. Past work is speaking against this.
Exactly.
Maybe this is a lesson he learned after making the first couple episodes. I got no clue.
Oh yeah, he was like, "Wow, we fucking suck. Our show's not funny. This has been a learning experience for me and nothing else."
Yeah.
Then he.
Well, I mean, that way at least some good can come out of Plunderer.
That is true. He also follows it by saying, "Also, the sexy scenes were hard to balance too. We got an opinion saying when Lick tries to push his face between Hina's legs with a dead serious expression, he just looks way too perverted. We really went through a lot of trial and error to get the style right. After all, we haven't shown any panties yet." So, like, first of all, Licht is way more of a creeper in the anime than he was in the manga. Like, it was already uncomfortable enough in the manga. They made it worse.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And then they try to give themselves a pat on the back, like, hey, well, at least we didn't show panties, right, guys? That means we're, like, super serious and mature. Which Kanbei follows up by saying even more, like, it's a good idea altogether to avoid showing panties during the whole first season, so we haven't. There are some sexy scenes, but we wanted to focus on getting the story across properly. So we wanted to avoid being called a panties anime by throwing in panties in everywhere.
The next sentence, too.
Yeah. To make up for this, I put in a lot of references to panties in the next episode preview section.
Wow. Okay. So we want to avoid being called. We want to avoid the connotation of a fan service show. So we just put in lots of references to fan service here and there. Yeah, and we also had that scene in the first episode where Licht rapes Cena.
Yeah. It's fine if we just lie to our audience, and tell them like, "Oh, we're the Panty Show," but then we don't want to be called the Panty Show. But we want people
I'm
to
almost
watch
wondering.
It's the Panty Show.
I'm almost wondering if this is like a translation thing, because there's a smart thing I think he could be saying here, but I'm not sure if he is. Which is like, like a fucking. Okay, so I should have mentioned this in part 3 of the Love Letter, the episode about fan service. I really should have brought up High School DxD as a comparison point for SNL, because High School DxD is pretty popular for a lot of the reasons SNL should be. Like people are like, oh man, it's actually got like a really good story and good characters, but it's like a fan service show with boobs. And I think SNL does everything about it better. And like one of the reasons like I personally can't take DxD seriously is because every single time something serious happens, like fucking the characters' clothes explode and their tits pop out, and that just like ruins the tone of the scene. So like, and like I should have brought that up in talking about like in SNL, like there's distinct like hard cuts between styles, which really help keep the flow contained into each specific scene, and like things never get like too like I think the seriousness of the story works well because things never go too low brow like fan service wise. Like we never see like nipples, and I think like that helps. Like I think that helps the show mostly avoid the trappings of like fan service anime needing to constantly have fan service. Like it's like the director is saying like we're confident enough in every other aspect of the show that we don't actually need to resort to showing like full on frontal nudity, right? And had they done that, had they shown full frontal nudity in the comedy scenes, I think that might have like lessened the story, because now, no matter what, the story is more in the context of this is a story in a fan service anime as opposed to this is a story, or this is a story. So I think what he might be saying, like, if we actually went and showed panties, then like that sort of tars the entire show with a particular kind of brush that might make it difficult to take the action scene seriously. Like, that might be a smart thing he's saying that I agree with. Or he might be saying that, like, fucking, we just wanted to avoid being called a fan service anime. And so we put in a bunch of fan service scenes everywhere. Which is dumb. And I'm not sure if that's translation or not.
I'm leaning toward the latter either way.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah. No, but I get what you mean.
I should have mentioned that in part 3, and I'm sad that I didn't.
No, yeah, I was actually kind of surprised you didn't bring up DxD.
I should have done.
One of my friends, Rob, he's like a massive DxD fan. Like he reads all the novels and everything.
Nice.
And like, I do think that there are some like fun bits about DxD. I like a lot of the characters from what
I would probably get into it more. I thought the character designs were less shit. Like I think all the girls in DxD look terrible.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, they're not.
Especially like blonde Loli. She's awful. I hate her design.
Oh wow, character development from Sai over here.
Like, I don't just like empirically like every single Loli in the universe. Like, there's absolutely a scale of shit, and I really do not like the blonde girl's design in that show. She just looks terrible.
No, I know what you mean. I just wanted to poke fun at you.
There's that one character with like blue hair and green highlights. Ugh.
Oh, what's her name? I know her name. Like Asia.
I don't fucking. I will think less of you if you successfully remember her name. For the record.
Oh well, at this point, I don't really care. What are you gonna do? Take away my oh no! Next episode, he's gonna go back to just calling me his friend instead of esteemed co-commentator.
He'll be demoted in the podcast intros. Yeah.
No, it took like 20 streams. But let me look for other bits. There's a couple more that I want.
What the fuck's her name? You can't say. We can't have a whole thing about that and then you not come up with her fucking name.
I think her name is Asia. Let me.
Asia? Okay, that seems racist, but sure.
Let me check. DxD. No, Asia's the blonde one. Okay, what the fuck is her name? Wait, is Asia the blonde Loli? Okay.
Is she? Because like, aren't blonde Loli stereotypically American? Is that the joke? That like she's an American, but her name is Asia?
No, I don't think she's the low. Is she? I don't know. She's short, but she has boobs, so I can't tell. I don't care. I'm done looking into this. I'm spending too much thought process on this.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isaiah's only got like 500 kilobytes of RAM, so I really needs to conserve it.
That's why I'm lucky that Plunderer doesn't take up a lot of space because there's no.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ivan. That you seem to be the only chatty one around. It's because we've been gone so long. I imagine everyone has better things to do.
Stopped caring. Yeah, everyone's died of coronavirus.
Oh no. There's this other bit. They say that drawing the fights is hard, which I think is a very honest thing to say.
Yeah.
They're asked like, "What's your favorite character?" And their response is, "Oh, Minazuki loves jail," which I think
unsurprising
and very telling. Yes,
mm-hmm.
I wonder why else he would copy this character design in all of his manga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They said more than just Minazuki. Apparently, even when they were showing the character designs to like Kadokawa, all of the editorial staff were like, "You guys got to get jail right. Minazuki really likes jail." So I find that a little. I like to think that like Minazuki doesn't like. He's already said that he doesn't really care about anime adaptations that are made too much. Like he's more or less fine with them.
That's obvious by what we got the last couple times.
Yes, but I just like to think like that's the one thing. Like if an episode came out in jail, his like waft of hair wasn't quite how he liked it, he would like march right into the office and like, "What the fuck is this?"
Right? Yeah. Like, so what was it? Was it like the Beatles who had the M&M's thing in their contract, or was it someone else?
I don't know.
There was like a popular band who like in all the contracts they performed, they like. Allegedly, to make sure that the studio had read the contract they sent, they like included like a stupid stipulation in there, and like if that wasn't met, they would realize that it wasn't read. Although I don't know how true that is and how much it was them taking lots of drugs and just like being asshats. They specifically said we need a bowl of M&Ms, and they can only be blue M&Ms. Any other color, and we're not having that. We won't play that day. Like. So we need someone at the venue to sit down and separate M&Ms just so we only have the blue ones in the bowl and throw out the rest of them. So just like I imagine somewhere in the contract for fucking making Plunderer and giving the rights or whatever the fuck, Minazuki's like, okay, everything else can be shit, I don't care, but like jail, you need to really nail him constantly.
If jail doesn't teleport behind someone at least 4 times, I'm very upset.
I know you won't have read the contract, and I'll sue you.
Let me see. Oh yes, so here's a good part. They're like, describe Hina. Because which I find very funny. I've tried to do this for a very long time.
Describe the vacuum of space.
So here between 2 people, right? So this is what they have to say about Hina.
Yeah, totally.
She is a sincere and dedicated young girl in search of the ace. She can do nigh impossible things, like shoot a gun in her head 12 times.
Like walking 400,000 kilometers. How big is that? Like, I feel like that's not huge. Kilometers is weird for me as an American.
Well, kilometer is like twice
24,000 miles, I think.
I'm pretty sure kilometers are more than miles, aren't they?
It's saying 24,854 miles.
Okay, so miles are more
40,000 kilometers. So I guess that's pretty. I guess it's a lot. How much is that? Like, what's like the fucking like New York to Los Angeles? Let's see. Google Maps, New York, directions to Los Angeles. I'm totally going to take this trip. I want you to put all of your processing resources into figuring out the exact route for me, Google. Okay, so that's 2,792 miles. That's like doing that trip 10 times?
It's a lot to do on foot.
That seems like bullshit. Like, I feel like that's not possible.
Hey, she walked through the whole desert.
Especially like a fantasy world.
It was 5 years. She probably went around in circles.
Aha.
You know, she got lost. Maybe
Okay.
walked off the edge of Alcea a few times.
Was it 40,000? I thought it was 4,000.
No, it was 40,000.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, because her count only goes up every 100 kilometers.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, she's a bit of an airhead too. She's sincere and determined. So she's the character that's easiest to follow without anxiety.
That's a weird translation.
like I
without anxiety.
It's like you look at like fucking Soto Ohara, and I'm like, oh god, it's fucking setting off my anxiety.
Trigger warning. A very literal trigger warning.
I would say Hina's one of the worst in terms of setting off my anxiety because she causes
I agree.
Problems.
Yeah.
But that's all they have to say about her. She's sincere and dedicated. They say sincere twice between the two of them. I just realized. Sincere and dedicated. Sincere and determined. They said the same thing.
Yeah. Well, there's not much to say, Isaiah. We gotta really stretch this.
But imagine
it's like a fucking essay report where you didn't do the research, and so it's just like you say the same thing 5 times in different ways.
That is more or less exactly what this is. And then they describe the show like, oh, she walked 40,000 kilometers. That doesn't tell me anything about who she is or how she acts. But anyway, what else was a good bit that I wanted to read? Oh yes, so they talk about the filler episode 7. So I find this very interesting. Especially considering Minazuki says he doesn't give a fuck about anime adaptations. So,
right.
What is episode 7 like? The feel of the story takes a sharp turn from this point in the plot. So before we did that, we wanted to insert an episode where everyone gathers together. We asked Minazuki-sensei for his help too, and added in an anime original episode. So Minazuki allegedly helped write this episode.
Right, yeah.
The episode that I'd like to remind you.
I imagine they go to Minazuki like, hey, can we and he says like, fuck off, and like, okay. Like, well, he added his input on episode 7, so.
He's like, just make sure Jail's in it. I don't care.
It's like, remember the contract.
But I'd like to imagine it like instead of his like bowl of M&Ms, like his stipulation is that like he gets a cardboard cutout of Jail like sent to his home per episode.
Nice, yeah.
And he just sits them around him while he draws the manga and like glances up at them occasionally.
To remember how to draw the one character design he can do. He's like the girl in 50 First Dates where he just like forgets everything about being an artist every 5 seconds, and so he just has to like look up at his Jail fucking posters to remind himself what characters look like.
But yeah, that's about all of the interesting stuff we can glean from this one.
Fair enough.
But I just thought there were some funny bits in there.
Didn't you say that like this like proved my entire opinion about Plunderer or something?
Not that one.
Or like validated me?
We have 3 interviews.
Okay, great.
That was the first one out.
Thrilling.
Yes, don't worry. Well, hey, at least I tried to bring content for us. I don't want to hear it.
Fair enough.
Right, so
I couldn't give less of a shit. So
this one is in Japanese.
Oh, great.
So just use Google Translate. It's good enough, and I remember most of the shit that I actually want to talk about with this one.
Mm-hmm.
So we can skip like most of this. If you go down to the horse picture.
The horse picture. 1 second. Hold
that's
on.
Always. Yes.
Una momento, por favor. Okay, now open the thing. There we go. And
all right.
Okay. So, interview with opening theme song artist Miki Ito. I sang the song with the intention of telling the story of Plunderer.
No, here.
Plunderer.
So, Plunderer, yes. So I leave these parts to me. I'm basically just going to summarize for the most part.
Okay.
After all, the opening is the face of the anime, so I was nervous, but I wanted to make something good. How did you plan to sing the lyrics of Plunderer? When you read the lyrics, words and phrases, blah 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 blah, Plunderer singing. I tried. Where's the part I meant? Here we go. I tended to snuggle up to the feelings of Hina and the feelings of the characters, but this time I thought it was my role to deliver the song firmly. So a third party singing from a standpoint of a storyteller with eye to glance, blah blah blah. Here we go. So here's the part that made me get this to begin with, because she basically she goes full pretentious essentially. It's So so they say, what did you find interesting and difficult when you sang the song? Singing from a third party's point of view was difficult because of my role as an actor, because she is also an actor outside of singing. So at the time of the recording, I decided to talk to the director about how to sing and how to best express this song. You decide each phrase and the flow of your feelings, and there are parts that you want to sing strongly and parts that you want to sing gently. I thought that it was difficult in terms of technique. At the time of recording, I felt I used my head a lot. So with that in mind, I am now going to read to you the lyrics of the
Okay, I was wondering where you were going with that, but okay, no, go ahead.
Yeah. Because back when the anime first came out, I asked if we could read the lyrics on stream because I thought they were funny, but you thought that would be a waste of time. But with this added context of her giving the whole
really straining to figure out how to do this, and
I used my head. I had to think hard. She read the manga and everything according to her. They even had her join the radio show where she talked about how much she loves the manga. So, without further ado, the English, the translated lyrics of the Plunderer opening that she really put her head to work.
Right, yeah.
Dragging heavy legs, walking around to search for hope. Even if you are about to give up, let's take the first step. Pain you wouldn't share, a heart that is about to be torn. If you need someone, I'll be right here. There are stars for each person in the sky. If I am with you, any kind of dream will come true. Forever Plunderer. I will follow you. Even if I
That's the best line of the fucking thing.
Sufferings are coming like a storm. I want to protect my soul so that the strength that goes beyond the future won't be blown away.
Bad stuff is coming, but I want good and I'll fight for good.
Let's add up all of the paths we each took and experiences we earned. So this is what she read through the entire manga. She looked at it from the perspective of an actor. She looked at it from Hina's perspective and asked the director of the anime for help. And this is her final product.
It is startlingly generic, isn't it?
A hand of applause.
Ooh, you did it.
You did good. I'm very proud of you. Speaking of openings, because as I said, I'm the king of segues tonight.
Sure.
We have a new one.
Yes, we do.
Yes. Are we able to watch it, or is that?
Yes, we are.
All right, hang on. I
downloaded it literally as the stream was happening. So if there was fucking stuttering earlier, that was why.
Okay, there was a tiny bit, but I thought it was me. I kept that screenshot for you, by the way, in case you want to use it later.
Yes, that. Let's see. Where's the stupid opening at? There it is.
It's like 3 minutes in or something.
Yeah. Okay, on stream. Okay, so we start off in space, the final frontier.
Yes, because they as per usual, they need the 20-second opening filler shot as they did.
Right.
So they can show off their really good title card graphic.
I don't think it's as bad this time. We sort of cut away from it a little bit fast. Like, previously it was actually 20 seconds. This is more like 10. Last time was startlingly bad.
Yeah, it also helps that they have the ballot graphic, so it's not just dust from space.
Yeah.
As it was in the first opening.
Mm-hmm. God, Hina's hair looks fucking terrible in the anime. Like,
it's already, the gradients are already not great in the manga, but God, do they look bad here.
Yes.
Speaking of, get excited for Doan, fellas.
Yeah, we get Doan in this opening. So I'm occasionally pausing it as we go, just because I don't want fucking YouTube copyright bullshit. So what I love right here, difficult to skip around bits, right here, I love how like disdainful Hina's look is here at the start of the opening. Like she is so fucking bored and tired of all this bullshit. Like, which perfectly mirrors my own feelings towards the show. Like, this is a great screen grab. I really for the first time in the entire manga, I really empathize with what Hina's going through right now.
That's what they meant when they called her.
It's a really good character moment.
She wears her feelings on her sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it because you know they're you can see the intent here, because this is in every fucking anime opening, right? This is like the forlorn opening shot, but she doesn't.
She's looking, starry-eyed off into the distance and fucking.
She looks bored.
Yeah, no, she looks bored and tired of this bullshit. Like, they did not get the expression right at all, and it's just funny. And then after that, we have these really horrifying shots of the characters. Like, let me see if I can nail pausing on Jail exactly.
Jail's not that bad. It's everyone after.
Lin is terrible. Like, Lin is terrifying.
We talked about, like, we didn't exactly coin a term, but we said that it looks like off-model yet high quality.
Yeah, because like someone spent a lot of effort drawing it wrong. Like,
yeah, like these are very like the drawings are
fine, but like they're not on model.
But it doesn't look like Lin at all.
No, it does not at all. Yeah. And it's kind of terrifying to look at.
And that carries on to both Pele and Nana. All of them just look wrong.
Yeah, no, Pele is actually really bad. Like, but first of all, the green uniforms look like crap, and I hate it. At least in the manga, they looked like black and white, and so there was less. I only had an issue with how stupid the design of the girls was. But like now that we see the uniforms are like bright green, it looks fucking terrible. And like Pele's weird half chibi face in this image is terrifying. Like,
it's like
his head is the size of his entire torso.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, Lin's face in the last thing, her head was far too small for her face, and now his is fucking gigantic.
It is. I told Isaiah it was like in the old PS2 games where there was a cheat code to activate big head mode with all the characters. This looks like what would happen if you did that. It looks like a bobblehead of Pele. Like, this is terrifying to look at. And then Nana looks fine. I don't care. Yeah, and then we get Sad Boy Licked and, Moon Language, Colin Decker Moon Language.
Oh my god, I forgot to mention. Okay, so this was one of the funniest fucking thing. I wish I had grabbed a screenshot of it before they changed the title. So if this doesn't say like the intelligence of their target audience, I don't know what will.
Right.
So because this is like the only thing written in English, the first person that uploaded the Plunderer Opening 2 video titled it Plunderer Opening 2 Colin Decker, like in quotation marks, like that was the title.
like it's the title of the song.
Yeah, they thought that was the title.
They briefly browsed through the opening, saw the first thing in English, and then it's like, oh, that's the title of the song, obviously.
Yes, but they fixed it after, sadly, so I didn't get a screenshot in time. But I guess we can see why the fan reception is so high.
Right, yeah. So we get this like edgy boy shot of Licked. And then
I hate
terrible
the
looking
purple eyes they give him with that mask.
Yeah, and terrible looking shot of the school. Yeah, the purple eyes are weird. I hadn't paid attention to that before, but you're right. It looks like a fucking
keep them shadowed out.
Yeah, it looks like a gray, like an alien.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like it doesn't look like they're blank or like they're his eyes. They look like fucking alien eyes.
Yeah. And we get the shot of the school with like terrible post-processing bloom and rainbow to make it look less shit than it is. And then
welcome back,
we
guys.
see Tomoki. Woo!
Yeah.
He's here.
He followed Sohara's lead and changed his eyes from brown to blue.
Nice, yeah. Looks like shit. We see all the ballots. They're pulsating. And Schmerman's got a stupid evil smile, like, yes, haha, I'm evil.
Which doesn't fit because this is past Schmerman, where he's not evil.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they get Ferenda, who has pink fucking hair in the anime.
Yeah, it looked a lot more silver in the manga. But
I thought she was like blonde or something, because she's like a German, like Nazi scientist. I thought that was the point. But like,
listen,
you know, blonde hair, blue eyes. But like,
you think everyone in Plunderer is blonde until Minazuki colors it, and then you find out, oh wait, they're fucking green hair.
So yeah, she has pink hair. What the fuck? It looks terrible. I hate it. Yeah. You think Chekhov has pink hair too?
Oh, no, we know it's brownish. They show him in the anime.
What a shame.
Yeah, I wish.
So then Tokikaze does a sword slash. He looks fine. There's Alan. He looks fine. Every time I say Alan's name, it makes me laugh. And then because I had to sing the fucking raptor from Jurassic Park. And then we have the shot of Nana activating her stupid powers that lasts forever. Or no, I guess that was the other shot of Nana that lasts forever.
No. Yeah, they do one shot of her up close, and then they do a far away one that lasts forever.
Yeah. Okay.
It's to make up for the title.
Yeah. And then all of the female characters jump towards the camera, like in the sky, in the most generic possible anime opening way, and they all look terrible.
Welcome to Yokoso Japari Park.
What? I'm not familiar.
You do not know Kimono Friends?
I've not seen Kimono Friends, no.
You missed out on the greatest show.
What a shame. But yeah, these characters look like shit. Like, look at the eyes on Faraway Girl. She looks fucking terrible.
Also, no, Ivan. The reason why the orbs all have a count of 10K is because at the start of the manga, that was a big number. So that was really impressive. Yeah. And then 4 chapters in, Jail has 12K. And so now it just looks stupid and arbitrary.
Absolutely. Well, again, I think it might be because I'm sure Minazuki will do a thing at some point where, like, because thus far all the ballots have faced the camera all the time. So it might be like in Shouter, where just like the objects move, but the background is static. So no matter what direction you're looking at it from, it's 10,000. Or what I'm expecting is that a character at some point will like turn the ballot around to face the camera, and there'll be like extra zeros after the end.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
No! I would hate that.
Like, it's 10 million.
And then Schmerman will be like, what? Even though he's had them for 300 years.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
In a memento, sorry.
That's fine. Well, I can't tell you anything, Ivan, because
stupid phone alarm is going off.
Next to nothing about them. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, I see it on the screen now.
Anyways, so yeah, I'm sure it'll turn the ballot around at some point. It'll be 10 million or some crap.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be fun? So the girls here look like shit, and then the boys here look fucking terrible. I love Tokikaze here. They look so fucking dumb.
Square chin.
It's the smile that does me. Like,
yeah, it's
such a generic, like stock photo smile, and it does not fit his like edgy personality at all. Like,
I mean, to be fair, in the past arc, he was a bit more cheerful, but yeah, I know.
Still, especially like with current Tokikaze, like this just makes him look dumb in the present.
I need like a the sky is cold.
And then after that, we have Lily Nana, who actually is sort of on model and looks cute. That's fine.
She looks half decent.
Background is terrible, though. Just like the gray floor tiles look like crap. And then this shot of future Nana, which lasts forever. But they put some rainbow sparkle glitter bullshit on the screen, so they hope you don't pay attention to that.
They were really proud of it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They spent a whole 30 minutes in After Effects. And they made it look really
Also, the OP is called Lonely Dark, which is great.
No, hold up. It's called Kokoro no Hikari Lonely Dark, which means lofty light lonely dark, which is even better.
Isn't Kokoro Heart?
Yes, or something. Is it? It is Kokoro, yeah, but it can mean something else depending on the kanji used.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure because
you could be lying, but I know no Japanese, so I can't dispute that.
I'm pretty sure because she says like audibly Kokoro no Hikari, and I'm pretty sure that's what those kanji are, but I might be wrong.
Okay, whatever.
But either way, it's lofty light, lonely dark, which is hilarious.
Nice. Yeah. So then licked.
Doesn't say lonely dark out loud like she does forever Plunderer, because when we first found out the title, I was joking with you about that, about how badly I just wanted to hear her scream it out like forever Plunderer.
It just in the middle of the song randomly with no connection to it at all.
Exactly, yeah.
So then we have licked with like a red fucking aura dodging all the arms somehow in the middle of the air. He goes forever and just the arms never hit him ever.
Yeah.
It's just amusing to me. Because I'm pretty sure that exact thing happened in the manga when he was fighting a helicopter and the arms immediately got him and swatted him down. Yeah. He just goes forward straight forever and the arms just keep missing him somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I can barely hear the song in the background, but it sounds so generic. It is just as generic as you think it sounds.
Yeah, it's better than the first one, but that's not saying a lot.
No, it's saying nothing at all, actually.
Yes. Now we need to enjoy these shots of Doan.
Yeah, so Doan looks funky. So Doan has red and green hair. Looks like a fucking Christmas tree in the anime. So bad. I wish I could control VLC's fucking skipping function. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I'm not going to be fuck with it right now. Anyways, looks like a fucking Christmas tree. It looks terrible. Like, beyond the terrible that Doan normally looks like, he looks terrible.
Yeah.
Like, what? At least in the manga, he looks like he sort of has just like black hair or something.
No, yeah, I always assumed he was just like blonde with a black streak, but of course that was my mistake for thinking he would dye his hair like a normal person would.
Okay, so the real question is, do you think his natural hair color is blue or red? Which part's the dye?
I think they're both natural, and this is just how he was born.
This is just him. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
He's an unfortunate freak of nature. The hair color is the least of his worries.
Fair enough. Yeah, I suppose. So, see Dawn using his gravity powers, and then they scream, and then Licht blocks his gravity ball with his sword, because that's how that works.
You know, the shot of Doan like screaming wasn't half bad, and then they immediately pull back the camera, and it looks like fucking garbage.
Yeah. This shot lasts forever too.
Green. I hate that his powers are green.
Green gravity powers.
That's what makes me think of gravity. You know how it's like pitch black in the manga?
Yeah.
And they thought green because Licht is red.
So it really accentuates the Christmas aesthetic we're going for.
Yeah, it's like how they gave Jill.
Look at how festive this entire frame is.
Oh yes, it's all 7 masks.
Yeah, I want to go watch Arthur Christmas right now.
Oh, the red and the green. It took a second for the stream.
Yeah, I assume so. Yeah. So yeah, on all the masks that look fucking terrible. You literally only see Tokikaze and Licht wearing masks. By the way, I've never seen any of these other masks ever in the manga.
Yeah, I really hate that they're just there and they.
I don't know. Like, I don't know who the fuck got the monkey mask, but I'm kind of glad he's not wearing it. Nana. Okay, I'm kind of glad she's not wearing that.
Because we know who has all the others, but yes, so that has to be Nana's.
Also, I like how the eyes in Blick's mask are just black here, but they're purple when he's wearing it.
No, yeah, he has contact lenses inserted like behind the eyes.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah,
makes him look like shit.
Or he just has like LEDs fucking in his mask that change color. Then we get the shot of like serious Licht, and he looks so fucking boring here.
Yeah,
like,
she looks.
It's so milquetoast. Like, If you showed me this image, I'd be like, wow, what a fucking boring ass waifu.
Oh my god, look at Ivan's thing.
Is that racist? Yeah, maybe giving the black character the monkey mask was a little racist. It's possible.
I mean, after what?
I mean, we read chapter 37, so
I'm not going to argue against it. After what he did with Afro Lick.
Yeah. Oh well, it's a Japanese thing. They're like that. They haven't quite gotten to the modern era yet. We'll forgive it. We'll forgive him.
Yes.
God, he looks so fucking boring. I hate her. I hate her so much. It's like
they really couldn't give her like more of like a loving gaze or something, or any like wistful. Like she just looks like she's a blank slate, which is quite fitting.
Exactly.
Still,
like there's nothing going on in her head, like at all.
And they have like those weird two fireballs fly at the screen.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. And then Lick looks like really off model here.
Yeah, it's all
like.
Just...
I feel like if there was a scene where like Licht imagined himself like romancing Hina, like showing up on a horse to like rescue her, like, oh, my prince on a horse. Like this is how he would imagine himself in like a comedy scene. A horse, yeah. Fucking Licht riding up on a two-headed horse and Hina like, ah, oh, my prince. And this is how he would imagine himself in a stupid, over-the-top styled way for like a comedy bit.
Yeah.
But it's just they actually in the show.
Yep. It's hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna fix this opening at all, like they did the first one. Oh, by the way, another fun thing. So you know how the Blu-rays came out, right?
No.
Well, the Blu-rays came out, and that's why the opening doesn't look as shitty anymore. But according to one of the people in the Plunderer Discord, at least for the first Blu-ray DVD, that was all they fixed. They didn't touch up any of the other animation errors at all in the rest of the show or continuity issues. They just touched up a shot from the opening and they called it a day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, they're doing that while also working on new episodes, I presume. So I'm surprised they had time to even do that much.
Well, I mean, it's common courtesy for anime to fix up all the things that look shit in the Blu-ray.
Well, yes, but usually you release the Blu-rays after the shows come out, so you have time to fix shit. But their window of opportunity to like sell shit for Plunderer before people stop giving a crap is so incredibly tiny. They have to rush the fucking Blu-rays out the door as fast as possible.
I wouldn't call it rushing because in Japan they release Blu-rays as the show's going on in volumes.
Do they? I've never once seen that happen.
Yeah, you even see it for Sora no Tashimono. Basically, they put about 2 to 3 episodes on a disc, and they call it Volume 1.
Well, yeah.
You have to buy, like, all 6 of them, and they do it as the show's ongoing.
I never... Like, the only time I ever see, like, Blu-ray rips is after the show is already done.
Because someone waits for the final one to come out.
Maybe?
No one wants
I don't know.
I've
seen, like, just individual volumes of a couple episodes uploaded before. That's always after the show's done. Like I've never once gone to check on a show and seen like the Blu-rays released before the show's done airing. Is that a thing?
Blu-rays do. Yeah, no, the Blu-rays release like basically after each sort of half core of episodes.
Interesting.
So, like, after,
I've never seen
6
that.
episodes.
I might be wrong,
a volume.
but
you are wrong in this.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Fucking.
Well, that was shit.
They didn't even say Plunderer once in the song. How the hell am I supposed to know what show am I about to watch?
Right? Yeah, it's a huge problem.
But yeah, so as you can see from this opening, we have started the second core of Plunderer, which means basically the second season, the next 12 episodes, and they're doing what they are calling the
reminder really quick that Heaven's Lost Property and Plunderer have an equivalent amount of anime episodes.
Oh, unless you count like the director's cut episode.
Still, both shows are equally deserving.
Yes, of course. And now we
also
wait for
DxD
Plunderer.
Got like 5 seasons or some crap, and so did Data Live.
Now I'm very excited for Plunderer to get 2 films as well. I'm very much looking forward to The Ace of Clockwork and Plunderer Eternal My Ace. So my last bit of stalling before we get into the chapter, which
has been very effective so far. It's been like an hour of top heavy shit. The actual chapter's like 20 minutes.
No, this chapter is gonna be very short, so that's why I had to stock up on this much shit.
Yeah.
Is the newest article to come out, which is the one I was referring to earlier.
Interesting.
So this is one.
I've been waiting for this because Isaiah said this like confirms everything I've ever said about Plunderer, and but I know nothing about it, and so
one specific part about Plunderer.
Okay, yeah,
everything you've ever said, but like
yeah, fair enough. But
how you say Plunderer, you always like say Plunderer's unplanned. Minazuki had no idea what he was doing.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, according to this article. So let me skim through, see if I can find the exact parts I'm looking for. But I also have just notes written as well, in case it's too much work for me to find the exact part.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll just read my little notes. You can scroll through it if you want, but I will just say the little notes I take.
Fair enough.
Oh wait, no, here's one good part. So you know how we always joke about how all the classmates are completely unnamed?
Yeah.
Well, because you can't do that with an anime because you need to have voice actors and shit voice them.
Who need to be like credited for their like roles and shit.
Yeah, Kanbei over here says all students in class A, where Hina and Jail are, we actually reached out to Suminazuki to get names for the characters. I like this as well.
We reached out to the author and asked him to do basic world building.
So he could. What I also like is the wording is that they don't say characters that didn't have names. He says we reached out for Minazuki Su to give us new names for the characters whose names were not made clear in the original.
They were not made clear. Yeah.
With regards to their character designs, there are some characters that have been changed with even further new ideas from Suminazuki.
Like what?
That's all they say. They don't give any more details. They also mention that I'm not going to look and try and like read it out specifically because even that was giving me a headache trying to translate it properly.
Yeah.
But basically, they plan, aside from Minazuki helping with the character names, he's also going to be helping by actually adding some additional details to the time travel arc that he didn't do in order to help it fit the contents of later chapters more.
Yeah.
And also add some additional foreshadowing, which I assume is things like Pele. And I want to say
have more. They'll have more moments where Pele goes, mysteriously. That'll be that.
Have more moments where he calls Lynn ugly and says she got him off.
God, I really do feel like fucking we should have gotten scenes of Pele reading people's mind, or like knowing things he shouldn't have known because he can read people's minds, or like I feel like there's a lot of foreshadowing you could have done that was more than just the generic like he's mysterious thing that we actually got.
No, I mean if he can read people's minds, like he could easily just like I get that, yeah, blah blah blah. He's covering his tracks, blah blah blah. But you can still show things to the audience and not necessarily the characters.
Yeah, I'd agree.
But whatever. Like even if he just had a thing where like he finished one of Lynn's sentences every now and then, or something, something simple like that, and then you could just be like, oh, it's because he knows her so well. But then it's like, oh fuck, it's because like he literally knows her so well.
Right? Yeah. No, that would be competent fucking like foreshadowing. But no, we occasionally cut to a close-up shot of Pele's face looking mysterious.
No, yeah.
Which again is only done because he knew he wanted to do something with Pele, but had no idea what his fucking power was yet. And so he just made it very, very generic foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, is that it for all the bullshit?
Yes, I also like what Ivan says. A real bold move of Minazuki to try and make us feel emotional about characters we don't know the names of.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yes, so I will be in all our future endeavors and just in your Facebook messages because I know you love them so much. I will be reporting back to you on any details that Minazuki adds. Since the last filler he added to the anime was so good, the episode.
Right. Yes, of course.
I'm very excited to see what Minazuki thinks will be an improvement from his previous works, especially considering that he said he didn't give a shit about the anime adaptation, but that the directors are so lost that they need to drag them in.
They're so lost.
Yeah. Like, Minazuki, we don't know how to make an anime. You've given us a piece of cardboard to work with. So he comes back into the studio with some fucking
crayons and like vaguely colors in a couple things.
Stencils, that's the word. He comes back with some stencils and he sticks it on. He's like, there.
I did it. Now make the thing.
Yeah.
I've got a very busy schedule of drawing characters peeing themselves.
Yes. Oh god, that is this chapter, isn't it?
Yes, wonderful. It is. And speaking of which,
we're out of topics. We've gotten through all the shit.
We fucking did it. Woo!
Yeah, woo! Okay. So as for the actual chapter itself, did you want to read it or did you want me to take it over?
You can do it.
Yeah, you sounded really indifferent.
Yeah,
you're waiting for the Robert chapters, I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty much.
I'm very excited for those. I cannot wait.
Fallen Angels, get the fuck off your asses and do shit. Like, what am I paying you for?
We need to see the continued adventures of Chair-chan, please, Fallen Angels. Anyway, do you have it up and ready? Yes, you do.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So let's see this awesome caption up in the top.
And there was a brief flash of anime porn for a second because I forgot that I was sourcing images from my desktop and not the specific folder of the manga.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
There was a brief second of like otherwise anime porn that I just had laying around.
Dope, sweet. It's a good thing this channel's not monetized anyway.
Yeah.
Ooh. So let's read the awesome caption that we have because I'm so
please.
glad you started doing that because I now take great joy because I would always just ignore them before.
Right? Yeah.
But
it really adds the pretentiousness points, I think.
Yes, it does because a man stands tall. Which yes, that is literally what he was doing. Thank you.
Yes.
Before the tower that has been fixed in the 1 month Alcia has been sieged because that makes sense.
Yeah.
Robert couldn't be evil in a broken tower, so he's like, "Hey, look, I know Tokikaze is like stealing all of our shit and taking over the country, but I need my fucking chair."
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they fixed the whole city. Like fucking, they must have got like Metal Knight on this shit. Like it's just so efficient.
But they can't grow corn.
No, they cannot grow corn.
Anyway, 5,000, huh? Unbowing and unyielding, hardened with steely conviction.
Steely conviction.
Get it? Because he has iron.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot because then they go kill him.
Yeah, all these loving family men right here doing what they have to survive.
Yes, absolutely.
Obviously.
Yeah. So here we go. So he punches, and it's stupid.
And then he gets stabbed from behind and dies.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the end of the manga. Bye, everyone. It was a wild ride, but like we got there eventually.
Yeah, there's like 3 dudes behind him with swords. Like, fuck.
Yeah, he just fucking dies here.
Damn it! Spearmen surround him. He's unarmed. He can't do shit if we keep out of his reach. And then Joe goes, "Oh fuck!" He loses. Now skewer him where he stands. And then Jill farts, I guess.
I was going to ask how Jill made an explosion happen there, but that's a great answer to that question.
He uses Wario's down B from Super Smash Bros.
Oh god, Brawl. Yeah, you're right. God damn it.
They're all blown away.
How the fuck did he make an explosion though? He's unarmed, he's about to be stabbed, but just boom!
You can't be serious. One-handed even. Naturally.
What kind of punch did he do that caused that to happen?
A conviction punch.
With a count of 1?
Yes, it's he's using his consecutive normal punches. He's
What the fuck is the point of the power scaling system if he can do that with a count of one?
No, so here's what I was gonna say, because Minazuki really fucked up the chance. Well, I know, haha, dude. It doesn't. What else is he fucked up? But like, you could potentially make like a believable fight of Jail beating these dudes. Obviously not fucking all of them, but like a good amount of them, because like even with a shit ballot, I imagine that like even having a ballot of one would still be somewhat useful against a guy with no powers. And also he's just a better fighter than all of them, because you know he's like top of the ranks. So I can believe him kicking the asses of some scrubs. But he shouldn't be creating anime shockwaves when he has a count of one.
Yes, because what the fuck is the point of the number otherwise?
Yes, like maybe if he like made little like steel, just little tiny bits of steel, and like flicked it at someone's eye or something, you know, just like little
wouldn't that be cool? You know? Like he has like a lesser form of his power, but like he can only make like little tiny bits of steel, but you can see how he's like utilizing this like small fraction of his normal power in smart ways to overcome his disadvantage. And you know how fucking like Hawks in My Hero Academia has like these little feathers, like seeing Jail like fight with like little tiny pieces of metal, and he's like, you know, sending zooming around the battlefield, showing us that he's like a tactician and that he like knows his shit even when his power is drastically reduced. Like, but no, he just causes explosions, and that's how he wins the fight, because he can just do that.
He can even have, like I can even like see the dialogue, like some trying to give him some Macho Man speech, like, I started out at one, you know, I still know what the limits of my powers were back then.
Yeah, no, that could have worked, but now they just made him able to cause explosions.
Yes.
Also, look at this one. Look at the explosion page. There's like a guy launched like 50 feet into the goddamn air.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
The building.
Yeah.
The building.
Like, first of all, this guy is dead. Like, there's no way he does not just die when he fucking lands on the ground.
He's like,
second of all, how the fuck did Joe get him up there?
Eri, ask Licht if the non-killing army is official yet.
Oh yeah, I hadn't even considered that, but yeah, no, apparently he takes down 5,000 men totally non-lethally. Not a single person accidentally dies in this.
One-handed, by the way.
Yes, one-handed.
In the end, you lot are all too weak. Wouldn't both hands be overkill?
And then he farts again, and then boom!
Oh no!
As like at least 4 more guys go flying to their deaths.
But then look
at this. Like all the guards have like their like pikes raised facing upwards. I imagine the guys like fall and like impale themselves on the pikes,
like Minos.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. But to make matters worse, as if this isn't already goofy enough, we get 3 commissioned officers with that. And first of all, what the fuck are these character designs?
these are generals in the military, Isaiah. Like if Gafangus is weird and fucked up, then everyone's weird and fucked up.
Like we have a dwarf, some dude from American history, and a mummy.
We have Napoleon Bonaparte, the mummy, and like Torbjorn from Overwatch.
Yes. Speaking.
Also, the mummy is named Captain Dads, and I enjoy that quite a bit.
Settle down, youngsters. Yes, we have Captain
Munchie
Dads.
Is coming for his ass. Better watch out.
So look at their counts, right? So we got 25K, 20K, and 30K counts right here for these old decrepit motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be getting so full of yourself, Jill Murdoch. We hadn't planned on getting involved given that count of yours, but seeing as you're making fools out of the Royal Guard, we'll just take a couple of limbs as compensation. Now then, can you take on my mighty hammer? Have a taste of my superb skill. Death comes for you.
It's like a fucking. He is like an Overwatch. He's like a fucking like Reaper line, right?
I was gonna say yes. And so how does jail get out of this situation of men, counts above 20k each, all three attacking simultaneously? What will jail do?
He headbutts all of them in a row.
Consecutively.
Bang, 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 and they're just they're down.
The middle guy, Dads, he looks like more like he's giving him a kiss, if anything.
You're right. Yeah. Sonic Smooch.
Yeah. So yeah, he gives all three of them a headbutt, and they all fall down.
What the fuck?
It's you remember how we were saying, like, you know, trying to justify how these characters have like immunity to taking lethal wounds. Like, I guess like just having a high count like on top of your regular power gives you like super durability, right? Apparently not, because
apparently not. They get headbutted and they're out.
Yeah, they just fall.
I'm pretty sure I could take a headbutt and not pass out.
No, this is a conviction headbutt. You're hit with the full force of his convictions and you fall down.
Yeah, I agree, Ivan. Why a headbutt? Like, why couldn't he just punch them normally?
And you know, one headbutt wouldn't be so bad, but it's 3 consecutive headbutts.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine a man rushing at you, headbutting you, then running to your friends?
No. I think it works better if you're the last in line. Like, if you have 2 other friends that get headbutted first. Like, imagine seeing jail run up, headbutt your friend A, and then walk over and headbutt friend B, and then turn around and look at you, and like, oh, fuck. Like, I feel like you would at least know what was coming and, like, block your head or some shit. Unless jail is moving super fucking fast, in which case, what the fuck is the point of the power ballot system?
Nothing. There is no point. Jail's conviction is more than a count, as we see.
Also, I want to point out that all their counts are on their bodies, or at least Torbjorn's is. And presumably their weapons are also ballots, which would also be increasing their power somehow.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even consider that. Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah. Whatever. So, like, the hammer's probably got like another 50k, and the sword's for like 20k, and the lantern's like 10k or some shit. So they're all. Hey, we're back. We're back. A dinosaur story. We're back. A plunderer story.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry. That was all my fault.
It's all Isaiah's fault. So our last stream got taken down for copyright abuse because Isaiah made me play the fucking Plunderer song.
At least I assume that's what happened, because it said that it violated community guidelines. It didn't say specifically.
Yeah. So I presume they just didn't like the fact that we played the opening or some bullcrap.
Which is weird, because it's not like we played the full thing. We just kind of skimmed through it.
Yeah,
even though there are full uploads of the opening on YouTube available.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can recover it, maybe, and then just edit out the opening or something.
Yeah. No clue.
Well, no promises, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And we played the first opening before too, didn't we?
Yeah, but I didn't do sound on that one, so maybe that's what tipped it.
Oh, maybe. Okay. Well, whatever.
Anyways, we have no idea where the fuck we last fucking left off. Who wants to protect that horrible song? I know, right?
Yeah, we left off. I can't remember what we were saying because I had to cut you off there. But jail just finished headbutting fucker.
The 3 guys.
The 3 fucks. I've already forgotten their names. No, wait, Jasden and Dads. And then whatever
Dads.
The other guy is. I know it's probably supposed to be like Dades or something, but
or Dades or something, but now Dads is funnier.
Yeah.
And then Major Duck.
Yeah.
Duck.
So headbutts all 3 of them.
Bang bang.
To take care of these gentlemen, like they're literally out of commission, which is fucking
no, they're just down, they're dead, or passed out.
As for the rest of you, I'll properly beat you all down with both hands.
Sorry, 1 second. The chat is still from the previous live stream. I need to fix that.
Oh, excellent. There's something, but not because the chat's there. That does tell me what it was saying. It was like a Saitama gag. That's what we were talking about. Yeah, thank you, Ivan, for reminding me as well.
We were saying that like the scene of jail headbutting people is like,
them.
It's like in fucking One Punch
One
Man, where
Punch Man.
Saitama's fighting Speed of Sound Sonic, and he just like bites his fucking sword in half. This is a scene similar to that, but like not a joke.
No, yeah, like this is what I would expect of One Punch Man. Like someone would show up with like a saying, "I am super strong. There's nothing you can do to beat me. I am the best." And then he like
And
flips
Saitama
him,
headbutts him
and
or
then he's
something.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I can
but
see
this is
that.
done completely seriously, and it's not. And even if this was supposed to be a joke, it doesn't have enough build up or sat. Like with One Punch Man, we would have like a full backstory for this dude, for all three
Yeah,
of them, like building them up to be like the biggest baddest motherfuckers. And
yeah.
then Saitama would just like breathe on them, and they
Like
die.
Torbjorn's like, I trained in the heart of a mountain for 500 years. Like I've practiced my sword skills with masters all over the planet, and fucking I died 200 years ago and have haunted the earth. And then Saitama headbutts them and they paint and they die, and that would be the joke.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the previous 2 live streams got taken down for community guidelines violations. So I guess we're just not doing it live. So I guess we just fucking remove the chat and just do it in not live. Well, I mean, sort of. We'll do it and then upload it like a video. I guess is the only way to fucking finish this bullshit. I have no idea why both streams got taken down for community content violations. Like, I don't know what the fuck was so bad about these live streams that wasn't bad about other Plunderer live streams, but oh well.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yes,
yeah,
where were we
sucks.
again? Oh yeah, evil.
We were talking about how everyone is a cartoon asshole, except they're actually perfect families in disguise, and wearing the guise of a cartoon asshole. And we were wondering if any character in this manga was actually just like a piece of shit, or if every single character had sympathetic motivations. And what I said was that like Minazuki wants to do like Shades of Grey bullshit with like morality, but that doesn't work when every single character who we assume is a villain is actually like a nice person. Like they're doing shit because like the people do bad things because they're threatened, you know, like the soldier is holding a kid hostage because Mini Schmerman is threatening his family, and Mini Schmerman is threatening his family because he's an asshole, but he's only an asshole because like he had a bad childhood and like he was abandoned by Alan and fucking that's why he's bad. And you know, Schmerman's only a bad guy because his fucking mother tried to like gouge his eyes out, and so he had to kill her. And then because of his Lilicon genes, like so no one's actually bad in this manga. No one makes actual bad decisions. They just make like they're forced to be cartoon assholes, and they always have actually sympathetic motivations.
Yeah.
Or you know, they've been given evil drugs, that too.
Yeah. Can't forget the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
As what I meant to say was like I actually really dig stories that have like gray morality. Like,
well, who doesn't? But like, this isn't how you do it.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like one of my favorite examples is the game Breath of Fire 3. But to make it, now I'm thinking of a more poignant one that Minazuki himself has done. One of his actual first manga that got serialized, at least. My Messiah. Basically, one of my favorite things about the second half of My Messiah is the main villain is one of the previous main characters. And he
so Tokikaze.
Well, yes, but not as stupid from my memory. I will reread it and get back to you on that.
I'm sure.
It is a very similar setup to Plunderer now that I'm thinking about it, because basically the world
is ruled by numbers.
No, not that bad. So the world that they go to, Celestia, is like this like counter world to Earth. And currently Celestia is like really broken up. There aren't enough resources to go around. Hardy har. And the main character's best friend, who becomes the villain in the second half, he's still like a murderer, and he's still like doing bad things. However, he is genuinely like protecting like the other half of the world that is like in dire shit right now. And the people that follow him because they genuinely believe in his pathos and actions, and like respect him as a person because he's standing up for them when no one else would. So even though he's the bad guy, He is doing
even though he is
arguably-
bad guy, he is not bad guy.
Yes, like I remember when I read the manga, I almost rooted for him more than the main character because yes, the main character is the one looking for the more like overcompassing solution without violence. He's also just a lofty idealist who isn't able to take a stand. So you look at the villain and you can like see like why you'd want to root for him. But here it's just no, people do bad things because other things have done bad things to them first. So when people do good things to them, they
become good
back.
Yeah.
Yes. As opposed to people just having ideals and differences in ideology.
Yeah. Nah, it's shit.
Yes. But anyway, thankfully this chapter gets even cooler because we get the return of the stupid ships. You've seen them, haven't you? That flock of metal birds up in the sky. If we don't follow orders, they'll destroy all of our families.
I think in the Discord chat for the Ruins of Psy, fucking was it Din who came up with the Air Jordan Force?
Yeah,
which I thought was genius.
It was genius. Yes.
Yeah, the Air Jordan Force because they look like shoes.
Also, how is this a threat anymore when we have like that one dude who's in jail's fucking squad who can just draw lasers and like shoot them all down?
Well, so, he can't be everywhere at once yet. So fucking.
Well, they're above them right now. Like he's saying, look above these birds in the sky. So I presume they're.
Well, no, he says you've seen them, so they're not here right now.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Whatever.
So they're just like in random parts. Also, I like how like they need like fucking 6 to watch over the small town. Surely 1 would do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's anyone gonna do? But anyway.
Also, like I like how there's like exhaust coming out of them, but they're supposed to be like staying still and just like hovering.
Oh yeah, they have like the stupid exhaust rocket ports at the back.
Yeah. So they should be going forward fast, but like they're not. So that's dumb.
Alcyon technology.
Yeah, advanced Alcyon technology.
How are we gonna make food?
It reminds me of that fucking My Hero Academia All Might meme. Like, guys, help! My students are starving. I need to balance this budget. It's like $50 for groceries and $100 for rent, and then like $50,000 for gigantic mech battle robots. Yeah. How do I feed my country? Like $50 for corn, and then $20 billion for advanced military fighter jets.
But anyway, so he clenches his fist and we see Mini Schmerman being a douche and looking over all of them because he's a dick, but only for this chapter.
And then next chapter he'll be sympathetic again.
Yes. So Jail goes, fine then. Here's my head. Come and take it. And so they cut off Jail's head and that's the end of the manga. No, they punch him instead.
Why? Why would they do that?
It's not like, and you know, you could have an easy out for this by just having like Robert up there be like, wait, make it slow. But no, that for whatever reason, even though this guy's like, bro, if I don't kill you, they're gonna kill my family. He just walks up and he's like,
yeah, exactly.
You, Jail.
Reminds me of fucking the bit in The Last Jedi where it's like, no, we're gonna make this hurt, and they pull out like a laser axe to like torture them to death. Because if they actually just like shot them, it would be too easy and they would win, and so they have to do that so the main characters have a chance.
Yep. But this is even worse.
Yes,
they don't even say something like that. These guys are like literally like pulling the whole just following orders. So you think they'd want to make it as swift and painless for him as possible right now.
Yeah.
But no, they all just beat the shit out of him. So fucking, yeah, as he says, our families are the ones who'll pay if we don't kill him. He's been making fools out of all of us. Why are you holding back? So they stab him and the manga ends. But no, they all just run up and punch the shit out of him for no reason.
Let me ask, right? So is Jail now like honor bound to avoid all killing no matter what? Like, how far does this non-killing army bullshit extend? If Schmerman threatens to take if Schmerman threatens to commit suicide, if Lick's team don't all off themselves first, like, would just be like, well, I guess we gotta kill ourselves because otherwise Schmerman will die. We're the non-killing army.
But they can't kill themselves because that'll be taking a life.
Like I'm like, obviously that's one but that's one of the ends of the scale on the extreme side. But like, what if the soldiers held another soldier hostage and threatened to kill him if jail didn't stop? Would jail have to stop then? I'm curious if the non-killing army thing only extends to cute children, or if we're actually like worried about not taking any life no matter what.
Well, I don't think this so much ties in with the non-killing army thing. I think this is just like I don't want to see a child die. I would rather get the shit kicked.
Okay, well that's dumb then. Like, at least like previously there was like a creed, but like if jail's like willing to like give up everything for the sake of one child, then like how the fuck did he ever plan on winning ever?
Conviction.
Okay.
There you go. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
So then the little kid stops crying, or starts crying. Forgive me. He goes, "Stop it! Aren't you all ashamed of yourselves?" And they all stop.
And then they stab Jail because they don't give a shit about the kid saying.
Yeah. And Joe looks at
because who can even hear a kid yelling something in a crowd of 5,000 people? Or I'm sorry, 4,500 people.
And one in the back's like, "What'd he say?"
It's like the fucking Sermon on the Mount scene from the Holy Grail. Just like yeah. Like, I didn't quite hear him. What did he say?
And Joe goes, "Kid, your name? Huh?
Ray. What's your last name?"
Buck.
That's a good one. I like that.
Is that so, Tokimune?
Tokimune. You think there was like fucking like fucking what's the word for like when you like love yourself? Come on, brain. Don't fail me like this.
Narcissism?
Yeah, I think there was a bit of narcissism involved when Tokikaze was naming these kids.
Yeah. Do you think they all have Toki in front of their name? Like he's like
maybe, yeah.
Mune, Tokizaki, Tokiko, like some shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, if Minazuki would give them names, wouldn't that be a fun thing to do?
Yo, do you think the directors of the anime, if they get this far, they're gonna be like, "Minazuki, can you please name the children?"
It'll just be one after the other. Just Toki this, Toki that, Toki that.
They're like Digimon. That's just the prefix of their name.
Yeah, I was thinking fucking reincarnated as a slime, where Rimuru has to like name all the creatures and gets so bored that he's just like, your name is like Dan 6, and then Dan 7, and then Dan 8, and then Dan 9. Because you're Tokikaze 26.
He's like, "If I can't have a clone army like Schmerman, I'll have the next best thing." Anyway, Jail salutes him. He's like, "You've shown splendid courage. For your family's sake, for Tokikaze's sake, you came to this capital all alone against 5,000, like a retard." Yeah,
like this isn't courage. This is just being a fucking idiot.
Stupidity. You didn't back down despite knowing you couldn't win. Even as a captive, you weren't afraid to speak out. Stand proud. Because
he's an idiot.
Tokimune. Compared to the 5,000 soldiers here, you are clearly stronger, more righteous. And the kid stops crying instantly, and the tears are gone from his face as he salutes back.
This is dumb.
And then Jill just shakes off the dude because apparently he doesn't care anymore.
And then the soldier slashes the kid's neck because that was the fucking threat.
Yeah, exactly. Compared to him, just what are the lot of you? With your pride as soldiers taken, all you can do is bow down to evil and flail your fists at my face. If that's all you got, then stop wasting time finding a sword. And one of the soldiers like, "Hey, that's a good point." "Well, I'm right here, cowards. Damn you!"
And then the soldier leaves his hostage. fucking the one bit of leverage he had, and then just fucking I was so expecting the next page just to be an explosion again, because why wouldn't it be?
But no, unfortunately, Jill hasn't eaten enough for another fart cloud.
I guess not, but thankfully plot device lady is here.
Now she learned how to teleport because she's relevant to the plot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so she walks up and she just grabs his sword and moves it aside. And she's here. It's Sister Green Grocer, if we remember her at all. She's
I don't.
Again. So the three generals that have remained on the ground. Wait a second.
Yeah, they were passed out previously.
They have a first aid kit next to them for a headbutt. They were wrapping it's the magic bandages, of course.
Oh my god, you're right. They do have a first aid kit just randomly right next to them. They're wrapping their concussions and make them better again.
Wait a second.
I didn't even notice that, but you're right.
If that's the case, the mummy should be the strongest guy in this movie.
Oh, yeah!
Wearing the magic
oh, my God! This guy right here is the biggest badass in all of Aussie. He's invincible! Like, nothing can touch this guy! Holy
he has
shit!
The best defense!
Oh, my God, it's so good. How did we not think of that earlier? I'm mad at myself I didn't think of that joke.
I'm sorry, but I'm glad I thought of it now. But yes, so they all stand up and they go, "Fourth Grand General, Avset Vremya.
I'm glad you can share in my struggles of trying to figure out the fuck the characters' names are.
Yeah, I'm not going to try anymore." And they go, "Fourth, weren't there only 3 Grand Generals?"
Well, one now.
As the audience says. Yeah. Fourth, isn't there just Robert?
Yeah.
But she just zooms behind him and throws him, I guess. What the fuck? He meteor rockets on the next page. I thought she just spun him. What the fuck? He's dead. He fucking comes out like a meteor.
Just like a god kicking god hand, where it's just like, it's dragon kicking god hand, where you kick them and they blast off. It's like a team rocket, ding, up in the fucking sky.
This is he's a dead. Joke, dude. He's dead.
Yes. Yeah, no, he's fucking dead.
Anyway, so much for his perfect family.
Apparently.
But anyways, she reveals.
That's okay. Now the kid can be a main character because his parents are dead. That's how that works.
Yes. So she reveals, "I was formerly a Grand General. Now I'm just a smuggler."
What does that mean?
I'm Solo.
I'm Solo. I'm Han Solo. I showed you the Han Solo trailer with the Han Solo song from the Star Wars game.
You did that when you were visiting me, and it was the greatest experience.
Yeah. It's good shit.
They should have actually done that because it was.
I agree. Yeah. Unfortunately, Disney's boring and shitty, so they didn't.
Yeah. So,
what does she mean she's a smuggler, though? How the fuck is she a smuggler?
She's a grocer. She's a green grocer. What do you mean a smuggler?
Yeah.
You run a fucking humble store. Yeah.
No, where would she even be smuggling things from? There's the one country.
But anyway.
Moving past that bit of stupid.
Yeah. I just want to talk about how much I hate this again, because you remember my last big rant about how the 3 Grand Generals were wasted potential. Now they just want to reveal a 4th, and they touched on it briefly, the last chapter. I think they mentioned it, that there were 4, but you can't just do that. You can't just be by the way, here's this relevant piece of information that I didn't bring up before, just so that 10 pages later someone could be remember what we told you 10 pages ago? Here it is, and expect there to be a big reveal. Wait a
minute. Everyone else had bullshit elemental powers. What the fuck does Vrema mean in whatever the fuck language that is?
I don't care enough to look it up.
I'm just gonna see if a cursory Google search gives me anything. Is the main evening newscast in Russia, airing on Channel 1 Russia. So it's Russian, but what does it mean? Russian translates. It means time. So does she have Hiyori powers?
No, as we see.
What does she have? I forget.
Wait, what about her first name? Read her. What is her first name? Have you tried that?
Avset? No, I did not. I just did the last name. Avset. I mean, the second one means time. Dispose. It's like dispose time. Dispose of time. Get rid of time.
She can like time skip, which is how she teleports.
Maybe.
No, that's not what she does. Is we see she just hits people hard. Like
I guess, yeah.
Manga. But anyway, like there's so many easier ways Minazuki could have set this up. Like I keep thinking back on how pissed off I am that he just said he's from the Seven Lights and then never fucking mentioned it again. That pisses me off. You have no idea. Like, when I like this manga, how hyped I was when I heard that. Like, who are the Seven Lights? When are we going to see the rest of them? What does that mean? Nothing.
Right.
It means
fucking nothing. Because he had no idea what the fuck he is doing.
You like, Minazuki could have very easily, at the start of this manga, like, I don't know, when Jail was first sent out to fucking find... Like Licht, he could have had like when Nana like recognizes his emblem, like had some exposition.
He's
like,
Jail of the Seven Lights.
Yeah, he's Jail of the Seven Lights. They're the 7 strongest commanding officers, and in their upper echelons are the 4 grand generals, whatever, are the 4 grand generals, the strongest of them all. You know, some shit like that.
Yeah, and then we know there's 4 of them, and so we only see 3 of them. We're like, ooh, interesting.
We're like, oh, yeah, what the fuck happened to the
foreshadowing? I paid attention, and that's paying off.
And then, like, in the chapter where, like, they argue, you know, about whether or not they should hand the ballots over to the special service, you could have had Robert been like,
if like, Verena was here, she would have absolutely agreed with me, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Some shit like that, you know?
Verena, who is that? Fucking...
Yeah, exactly. But now, instead...
Now it's just,
like,
poof, hey, she's here, and she's a Grand General, too.
Yeah, remember this character that was a background character? Now they're relevant because of this information that I've only just given you now. Are you surprised?
Yes.
I'm surprised.
As it happens, yes.
Because you've set...
Because I had no choice not to be.
Yes, exactly. Fucking stupid. But anyway, so now we can have a real fight, right? Oh, you want to know another thing that I just realized?
Go ahead.
Wanted to have these big, strong, like 20,000 guys. Why didn't he just have her show up when they came to fight Jail? Like, you could have had Jail do the Dynasty Warriors fodder shit with the other guys, and then when these guys show up, Jail is like, I'm fucked, and then she comes in.
Well, it's because he's got to fight like fucking Mini Schwerman for a bit without his count, and so we got to establish that he can like take people on for a bit.
What? Fucking, I don't care.
And if we had him lose to these guys, then he would just die instantly to Mini Schwerman, and then that would be even stupider.
But that's like the fucking...
I agree with you, for the record. I'm just saying that's why it didn't happen like that.
Yeah, what? But then, like, the whole point is that this is a losing battle from the get-go against Mini Schwerman. He's going...
No, it's not. Jail's infinitely strong.
Okay, well, we know that's the case, but I'm saying in theory, thematically, this is supposed to be Jail marching towards a battle he knows he will lose for the sake of his pride and his father.
And, his conviction.
And his conviction, blah, blah, blah. But,
But no, it's not. It's a fight he can totally win. One-handed, even.
We'll see.
One-handed and one-headed.
Now you think, like, maybe we'll get a cool fight, like, with these 3 dudes coming to fight fucking her. But instead they salute, and they go...
Yeah, and they give up instantly.
Hey, what are you all afraid of, you geezers? She said former, right? With all 5,000 of us, we... Stop spouting crap, you blind fool! Can't you see we're already pissing ourselves in fear? Look at Jail. He looks so bored.
You're right, he does. Okay, I don't think we've evolved like scatological humor thus far in the manga, have we? This is new. This is a new layer of bad. I don't think we've gone to these depths before, have we?
There's all the times Hina has watched Licked pee.
That's not quite the same thing though. Like there, the joke is that like Hina's being like awkwardly intruding on Jail's like private space. Like here, the joke is just that they peed themselves.
I just realized they actually are. I never noticed the dampness. I just
Yeah,
assumed
no,
that, like,
there's
you're
a
saying,
dampness
like,
to
we're
all their
scared.
fucking things. Yeah.
No, they actually did pee themselves. Okay,
Yeah.
hilarious. Wow.
Yeah.
I just assumed they were saying like we're fucking scared, but
Oh
no,
yeah,
they literally.
no. They actually peed themselves, every one of
Yeah,
them.
there's even steam marks around their crotch. Incredible.
Yep. So this is, like I said, this is like a new, like we've already gone into so many holes of badness, but I don't think we've touched scat humor before.
Well, great job, Minazuki. I'm so proud.
Yeah.
Um,
Minazuki, the innovator.
So I'm just gonna keep. I guess I can. Rayma's easy.
And this is the worst part of the chapter, by the way. This joke is so not funny. Like, holy shit. This is like a new layer of just like uncomfortable, awkward, not funny humor.
Yep.
I feel gross looking at this.
Yes, that's why I'm zoomed in on the bottom panels.
Yeah. Let's save the viewers too.
Yes. So she goes, jail, dear boy.
Jail, my boy.
My boy. We've never met each other properly, have we? I am.
Yes, they did. They were there when jail was a kid.
Well, she means she. Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. I don't give a shit. I am the former fourth Grand General, Abseth Rayma. And Jail responds, "Yeah, I know. I already showed you. I remembered you from when I was a kid. Literally the last time we hung out." Yeah. Unlike Lightning, I
love every time someone mentions Lightning's name, just like casually like that.
Unlike Lightning McQueen, my duty was not to lead an army division.
Lightning McQueen, famous general in the U.S. military.
An instructor, in other words, that end, acting as Supreme Commander Alexandrov's aide. It was about 10 years ago. I have nothing to say.
I presume you've seen the South Park episode where everyone like, wait, was it Jared from Subway who has AIDS?
Yes, I believe so.
And that was before all the shit came out with him. Or it was just like, I want to give everyone AIDS. AIDS. Yeah. Was that before all the shit came out with him or after? I forget.
I'm pretty sure it was before, because then
that's an incredible prediction on their part. Then,
but one day he told me all about it. The truth of Alcia. He had the high quality.
He hands her the iPad
recording footage. Yes.
She's like, "What the fuck is this? How do I use it?"
And the nature of the abyss.
Also, where the fuck do you take this photo from?
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, like, was that Alan like down there recording, like on the ground instead of?
Yeah, he's just vlogging to his fucking YouTube followers, like hey Casey
guys,
Neistat daily vlog. Here. Yeah, Captain Alan here. Fuck yeah.
I just had to leave behind all my students, feeling pretty lame right now.
I feel like whoever could have taken this picture could not have then made it to Alcia afterwards to give the picture to Alan.
Yeah, exactly. I was shaken to the core. Up until that moment, I had proudly served as a soldier of Alcia, but I was no longer sure. Was protecting Alcia actually the right thing to do? Or was it necessary that the world change somehow? But if so, wouldn't it only lead to another war? And so I turned and ran away from my doubts, and as did the Supreme Commander. But
no, he didn't. What?
You did not. Except, yes, Jail did. She has it backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jail literally quit the army just like her. It was Alan who stuck around until the end.
Yeah.
Oh, crap! Youngsters, get away from here! That's why you alone are worthy of the post, to lead a renewed royal guard as its supreme commander. So yeah, she just has stupid shockwave powers like everyone else in this manga.
Okay, yeah, apparently. Also, look at the fucking bodies flying. They are all dead.
Yes, they are literally all dead.
They are all dead. But no, they're fine. They're passed out. They're asleep.
Educating the it's like a
God, they're so dead. It's not even funny.
It's like 4Kids One Piece. Like if this was 4Kids, like afterwards she would say like, "It's a good thing I placed cushions all over the battlefield before."
Well, yeah, no. Like, there's is it the Ang Lee Hulk movie where like fucking they have a weird aversion to like killing anyone or like letting like the audience like because like Hulk does damage all the time, but like they don't want Hulk to be a bad guy by accidentally killing people. So every time something like sort of kind of yeah, something like that. Like there's a bit where like fucking like he like destroys a helicopter, and then we hear on the radio badly dubbed in post like they're okay. I can like I see their parachutes, but you better get in there fast.
Oh God. Yeah. Fuck.
I can see their parachutes. They're okay.
Oh yeah, all they have to do is take off their underwear and they'll be fine.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, so they're all fine, totally. Also, I want to point out the bit where Torbjorn goes, "Oh crap, youngsters, get away from here." This reminds me of fucking the scene in Kill la Kill where Nui shows up for the first time.
Yeah.
And Satsuki, like, the second Nui just appears, Satsuki yells, like, "Sanagiyama, get back!" And that's a really great scene, because, like, afterwards they have Nanon say, like, "I've never seen her, like, flustered before," but, like, I didn't need that line of dialogue, because the show was so good at, like, showing it up to that point. Like, before she even said it, I was like, holy crap, like, Satsuki, like, is, like, scared of her. Holy shit, she must be really strong. Like... It did a really good job of like displaying the power like that, but here it's the same thing, but just like we have no, comparison for scale or history with this guy or yeah, it's just fucking. It's the same thing, but it's done just boringly and badly.
Yep. But yeah, blah blah blah, stupid shit. It has been quite a while, so I'm not sure how well I can hold back. This might hurt a lot, but I'm sure you can endure. After all, you're all brave young men, aren't you? And that's the title.
That's not how that works.
Kino.
Yeah, no, fuck it. Lois, the only way I can save this planet is become Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Oh, that's why they call it that.
Anyway, so Jail goes.
So she like kills them all, I guess?
No,
for the grave crime of not standing in their way at all because they're powerless. But then she kills them. And Jail lets her.
Not really. Except not really. They're fine.
Yeah. Didn't she quit the military because she didn't want to like have another war and was like conflicted about like causing innocent suffering? And now she's killing random soldiers who are all perfect family men secretly.
Oh, don't worry. She's not going to kill them. She's just going
to. What the fuck is her character?
Go back to being. She is. Well, let's ask the director of the anime. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Rema is very brave and strong. She was willing to take on 5,000 soldiers.
4,500.
Thank you, Kanbei. Great insight.
Yeah, and then Jail just walked to the room, and there was nobody else in the whole building.
There was no one else inside waiting for him or anything.
Yeah.
So he gets in. It's perfectly fixed. He opens the door. We have this cut of just seeing him in the chair. I can't.
I know it's so good.
My
Jail, my boy.
I admit, even my heart skipped a beat when Vrema showed up. I trained under her myself, you know.
Is there a reason she didn't come with him to fight this asshole?
Because Jail has to do it alone.
No, but really though, is there a reason? Or is she just not? Because fuck it.
She's just not.
Okay.
I'm quite relieved now, since the one who came up is a mere beat-up little minnow.
Oh no, I'm shaking in my custom-made baby seal leather boots. His shoes are dirty, Isaiah. He's disrespecting the chair and the command.
I love him. I love Robert so much. He is the greatest thing to happen to this manga.
I completely disagree. He's terrible.
He's wonderful. That's why he's great. And then not just I don't give it like the next chapter gets even better because it opens, not to ruin it for everyone else. It opens with him putting his second foot down on the table. It's amazing. He's wonderful.
Do you think that like he specifically went and stepped in some mud before jail showed up just so he could do this? Because like the supreme general of the military would not be like in the field or going anywhere outside of like a limousine and like a convoy and shit. So like he would have had to go out of his way to get his shoes scuffed up this much to piss jail off. So he's got to be like playing in the mud out back before jail showed up. Like just skipping merrily around in the rain.
When he saw jail like heading on his way up, he's like, "Oh shit, I've got like 10 minutes." So he like went like into the fucking I don't know, stepped on some coal or some shit that was laying around.
Yeah,
and came back and sat in the chair, got into the exact pose Alan was.
Yeah,
he's like, "Oh, jail! I've been waiting." And he's like secretly trying not to show that he's out of breath from like sprinting,
from running around, getting prepared. Yeah.
But yeah, jail goes, "Get your stinking ass out of that seat!"
You are not worthy of sitting in the stupid armchair. Yeah, again, it's not even a cool chair, just a fucking like recliner.
I love that he specifically says out of the seat too.
Yeah,
like get away from that desk or some shit or like.
Yeah, I know it's the chair. That's the important bit.
And the manga will continue to build up the chair out of these chapters, which I love.
Oh yes. Also, we see Jail activating his Lolicon genes here.
Oh yes, because Minazuki just does that for everyone.
And the white eye is blocked by the stupid glasses.
When everyone has Lolicon genes, no one will.
Yeah.
Because it's not special anymore. It used to
when everyone has Lolicon genes, the world will be a better place.
Fuck off.
Yeah, it's true though.
Chapter. We're sorry for all the trouble it took to get us here.
YouTube is dumb and I hate it and it's bad.
Yes, it sucks, and I'm sorry that this happened. Hopefully we can recover those. And I'm sorry that this Sci Live wasn't live. I feel bad. Din was already saying it's false advertising. But you know what? We're doing our fucking best, okay?
Pretty much.
It's not our fault. YouTube's crazier than usual.
Agreed. Anyways, yes, I guess it's it for the live stream.
I am so fucking excited for the next two. You have no idea.
I am too.
Chapters.
They're really good.
Waited for so long
because we really wanted to chapters,
or next three, I suppose, because then the one after that is trying to make Robert sympathetic,
right? Yeah,
which is incredible. So I'm very excited for us to get going and like.
As am I. I really cannot wait
to
that.
Peak Plunderer, as opposed to just sort of kind of stupid and a waste of time. I'm very excited.
Absolutely, as am I.
Awesome. Well, thank you for struggling through
enduring our bullshit. Yeah.
I feel a little better knowing that it wasn't because of the opening. No,
yeah.
I get it. It's specifically because of the manga panels, I guess.
I don't fucking know.
It's stupid and shitty either way.
Yeah.
But at least I can rest knowing I didn't fuck us over.
Well, anyways, that's about it for us. Thank you, everyone, for watching, ? Thank you, Isaiah, as always, for being here. You were lovely.
Thank you.
And I will see you guys next time. Later.
Bye.